Hey guys, welcome back to this streaming session again. And in this streaming session, we have to revise the topic of React hooks. This is the most important topic because if you are learning a React, you must know which hook is most importantly. Okay, you need to implement in your project. Okay, so if you are a completely beginner, this streaming session is I think not for you because we have don't understand and don't I can't teach you. I am just simply revise the concept one by one. Okay, so if you are excited to revise and make your React concept so easy so that you can express your answer in the interview, so this streaming session is for you. Okay, and I just believe if you watch this streaming session you really like it. My name is Naman Yadav and I am doing a BCA, and currently I'm in a final year student and learn in public. Okay, just documenting my journey from I'm just coding till place. Okay, so this is the day 14 of that streaming session. Okay, if you have any question related to tech or anything, you can just simply ask me in the comment section, because while doing coding and explaining I will be just check the comment section after the 5 to 10 minutes. So you can mention it your any questions regarding to this, you can simply write it. Okay, so before starting the streaming session, first thing I just check my internet connection speed so we can start our streaming session without any interruption. Okay, because most of the chance, most probably there are so many issues during live streaming, and the main cause will always the internet speed. Okay, so just check the internet speed and just can you tell me, is my voice quality is audible to everyone? Is my voice quality audible to everyone? Is my voice quality clean and clear to you? And you are just simply view my screen. Okay, if you just write down, by the way I'm going to check that from there comment section after the 5 to 10 minutes, so you can mention it your any questions regarding to this, you can simply. Okay, so now I'm just see that streaming is so smooth and downloading speed and upload speed is not so good, it's an average, but this internet speed is enough to maintain the average live streaming without any interruption. So and I just open to the OBS studio, the frame rate is 00, so I think you can't face any issue during live streaming in my voice or even a video quality. So let us start this streaming session. Okay, in the last previous revision session, we have studied the few important topics of the React. This is the base core React that everybody need to know in the React. Okay. So I just simply go to that my VS Code. Okay, and I just simply open the my project. Okay, I think I revealed the wrong thing. By the way, I can simply go to there and just simply go to the VS Code, and my I also created a project by the name of that. Okay, you can simply see that a white project, and the last streaming session we have working on this project. Okay, you can simply see that a main.jsx we have interrupt all our code in a app component or a counter component. Okay, that we have, you can see that we have already created there. Okay, so just simply minor zoom so you can't facing a problem while understanding this. Okay, so now I will jump to first thing, I have just run this code. Okay, no, I just no need to run this code. First thing, I will just un simply comment this code. Okay, just wait a second, just comment this code, and now I just simply run this code npm run dev, and here you can see the output screen. Okay, in this output screen you can't see nothing because we have not imported any component in our main.dot file. Okay, because the main.js file will be connected to the index.html, and if we can't pass anything, the data will be also is null. Okay, so first thing, we before starting streaming the session, because before starting revision session, we have to just need to understand that which topic I have studied in just in today. Okay, so let me just uncomment this because I think I revised it so बहुत पहले किया था, by the way, and in just like before moving to the hooks, we have these three topics: a list or keys, a conditional rendering, and event handling. The topic we have I not covered in last streaming session. So we covered these three things and hooks. Okay. By the way, in this streaming session, I just don't interact with so much in the comment section because in last streaming session we have just doing a comment so much, and I mean our topic is not completed. Okay, so we don't talk so much. We have just focusing the targeting that we have to just ठीक है. So today आज का जो हमारे to do है, we have to just complete this thing and this three topics. So I have only three and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. ठीक है. So we have a 10 topics today to revise in this session, and let's start this session. ठीक है. If you are excited, just let me know in the comment section. ठीक है. If you are excited, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section and just subscribe my YouTube channel and just like this video to just show your interest. Although I'm starting the session by the way. Okay. The first is a React code. A React code we have this topic like event handling. Okay. So if you have to just focus on event handling, simply go to there. ठीक है. ठीक है. Event handling क्या होता है? Event handling is just like conditional handling. So first thing, I will be just simply remove the entire code from there entirely, matlab entirely, and I just write a RFC. Here you can simply see that this is a plain boilerplate of our React project. And now we have to just implement our conditional rendering example there. And after that, sorry, conditional nahi, event handling. After that, we have just understand that how this works. Okay, we also deep understand that event handling, conditional rendering, and listed keys. So first thing we have to just jump, read the definition. Event handling is a technique used to respond to user interaction like click input or form submission. In React, we handle event using function and attach them using camel case event. ठीक है. Event handling just like कि मान के चलो I can just simply show you my code. ठीक है. Event handling का समझेंगे. We have first thing we have to just understand how the event handling is work in React.js. So first thing we have just creating a simple React code. So we use the use state hook. So we just write a simply const and const में हम यहाँ पे लेंगे अपना is first thing a count and the second is set count. ठीक है. We don't need to use a React because we can simply import that from ठीक है here and this is its value 0. ठीक है. You can simply see that use state and we have just simply print the value of count. ठीक है. Here's the value of count and I simply go to the main.jsx and just import the conditional rendering. ठीक है. Just importing the conditional rendering. And conditional rendering is successfully imported from that file. And whenever I just go to that file, you can just simply refresh it. You can see that a zero. ठीक है. I will just simply little zoom and you can see that a zero in the corner. ठीक है. So we have to just simply click on. अब मैं तो बताता हूँ कि event handling होता है क्या. Exactly how the event handling is work in there. ठीक है. So we have to just simply insert this thing in a h1. So it's like कि थोड़ा ठीक ठाक दिखे. Okay. Because it will be look so small. So count and you can simply see that it will be now visible. Okay, it's now the why we have just need don't need to open the console. We just simply zoom out a little and it is 0. Okay, we mention that the value of the value of count the value of count is 0. Okay, the value of count is 0 and after that so we this is the and now we just perform the event handling. So event handling कैसे काम करती है exactly. We have simply go there and we just write creating a button. ठीक है. bu button and the button is just doing a increment. ठीक है. This is a very basic example. If you learning a React before this systemization, you know that how what is an use state and how it's work. So I just simply write down uh just like increment. ठीक है. इंक्रीमेंट जस्ट लाइक कि इंक्रीमेंट करने कुछ एक एक स्टेप बाय स्टेप पे. ठीक है. पर्टिकुलर सेट ऑफ पे एक इंक्रीमेंट होगा. सो इंक्रीमेंट बना चुके हैं. You can see that this is a button and when you click on this button it will be not perform anything because we have can't perform in any function in any operation to connect this. So if we have to make this function uh, dynamically, whenever we click on that increment button the value will be increased by 1 or 2 whatever that according to that function. So we need to creating a events, ठीक है, and this event is just like a this is an event handling, ठीक है, this is an event handling. So in this code we have just used a simply button on click, ठीक है, button on click, and on click पे we have just simply क्या करना है हमें, okay, we have just simply creating an arrow function and set count. Set count का क्या करना है, we have just simply count plus 1, ठीक है, count plus 1, and in this code you can simply see that we use a on click, ठीक है, on click we use a camel case. You can simply see that in the notes. Event handling is a technique used to respond to user interaction, ठीक है, event handling is a technique used to respond to user interaction like click input or submission, ठीक है. So ये हमारे camel case में whenever you click on this you can simply go to that code, and when you click on increment here you can see that the value will be increased, ठीक है. This is our first event handling on click, ठीक है, and we can also creating a on hover भी I think, and whenever we click on there the value will be also increasing. So we are just creating a button and on click पे set count will increment, and हमें यहाँ पे एक काम करते we have just used a on change, and let me just check what happened, not a on change, on hover, ठीक है, on touch move. Let me just say कि what happened when I just go to on touch move. ठीक है, I think I just need to write a tip, copy the project. Which project, bro? Which project I need to copy? I can't understand what are you trying to say. Just copy the project. So it will be decrement the value, it will increment the value, ठीक है. And you can see that we have just used a on click function. So that is an exactly a, you can see that that on click or on change, that is an exactly event handling, ठीक है. Now just moving to that next thing, we have just understand what is event handling, and next is conditional handling, ठीक है. So first thing before we writing the code, you can simply need to understand that, because conditional handling is a word that they also define what they are they doing, ठीक है. You can simply see that the definition is conditional rendering in React means rendering different UI based on the condition. Okay, based on the condition पे UI, how the UI will look. So we have to just perform this in conditional rendering. So let me know and let me just show that how it's exactly work. Okay, Divine, I can't understand your question completely. So can you just simply write down what the exactly you want key, just tip copy the project. Which project just I need to copy? It is beneficial for me or not? It is beneficial for me. Let me just first thing I do need to check the thing is ki is I have is YouTube just sharing a enough impression to my viewers or not? Because I will see that there is no views right now. We just need to go to the content and the live streaming session. And currently the live viewer is 3, okay? And great. And I will just see the reach. Okay, the Vara views and the YouTube share only 86 impression. Okay, it will be just sharing a less impression right now, but I think in the future they will be just fix this issue. Okay, so we have to just know that we complete the event handling, and now just we have to moving to the conditional landing. And conditional landing is just like how your UI perform based on that particular condition. ठीक है? Just simple as that. If you are logging into that page, it will be show the another code. If you just don't log in, they will show you another part of code, ठीक है. It's also a UI. So it's a conditional, ठीक है. A condition is just like you are using a or operator or a and operator or a ternary operator or a if else condition, that's it, ठीक है. So I just simply don't need to just write the another thing, we have to simply go to that code, and after that we should just need to comment this, ठीक है. हम इसको कमेंट करते हैं, we don't need to just write it creating another component. After that we have just put that is login, ठीक है. Const, it is a variable, and you can simply see that we have just creating a is login, ठीक है. is login, and we just simply write down true. ठीक है? So you can simply see that user login है, and it will be value will be true, and you can simply see that we have just write down is login. ठीक है? Is login, and this is question mark, just like it will check if this is true. If this condition is true, we just simply welcome welcome you welcome user. ठीक है? Welcome user, and just like you are successfully logged in, you are a success successfully login. ठीक है? If this condition is not true, we have just simply moving to there and write down a as condition, please log in to continue. ठीक है? And our code is completed, and now just simply I will go to that our home page screen, and you can simply see that welcome user, you are login successfully. ठीक है? And we have to just like कि मैं तुम्हें एक और चीज़ बताता हूँ. ठीक है? If user is login, ठीक है, हम चाहे तो इसके अंदर वो भी लगा सकते हैं कंडीशन जनरली स्टाइल. ठीक है? We just simply put a style, and style is just like a background. Background को क्या कर देंगे, रेड. I think this is an correct thing. We just simply go there. Okay, the background is red, and if user is login, the background is green. I think. Okay, green will be show us something positive, and red is show it something negative. Okay, so we just put the style, and the background is, okay, background is green, not a green. We have just putting a background red. And when I look into so that the output, you can simply see that a welcome user, you are successfully logged in, because this is the exactly a conditional rendering work. Okay, this is an exactly conditional rendering work, because if the condition is, you can see that if the condition is true, it will be show the welcome user or login successfully. If condition is wrong, they will print a please login to continue. So we just simply they false this condition, and now you can simply see the output is please login to continue. Okay, and we will change this dynamically on the basis of the condition. Okay, so currently I'm just preparing for the interview. So we just need to go through, because actually learning is starting from if you have to just building a project. Okay, and we are also focusing on building project, but we have just not, we don't focusing so much right now. We have to just cover the major topics that actually you need to learning in React. Okay, and we're focusing on only that thing. Okay, and now I just simply go to that Notion template, and here you can simply see that we have also understand the conditional learning. Let me just read the definition. And if you are also learning, because if you are going to that interview, you can just explain this thing by using code, but when it's come to spokenly explain, then you will stuck. So I think, yeah, that's why you need to understand, and you remember at least a one line of definition if anybody just asking you what is in that, what is this. Okay, so, and most of the time they will not asking you any dummy question, they will asking the most important topic. They are just look, they are used to building a project. Okay, so you can simply see that conditional rendering is a React. Okay, just like conditional rendering is a React means rendering different UI based on the conditions. Just simply समझ लो, in React means rendering the different UI based on the condition. ठीक है, that's it. And after that, this is also completely. And now the next is list and keys. Let me just what is list and keys. List and keys is just like map we just use to transform the each element of an array. ठीक है, that's it. ठीक है. So जो हमारा मैप होगा, मैप के अंदर क्या होगा, बेसिकली you have to just extract the data from an object or array and put down into then and return that into a UI. ठीक है. So we have just simply creating a const user, not a user. We can simply just create. Okay, we have just creating a count from user, and a user is just like if creating an array. We have used the array of objects, na, array of objects. So we just creating an array, and after that we have just creating a user. You can simply say that a name age. Take it. Why it's giving a wrong age? My age is 20, bro. Okay, and comma, and after that simply age is John, and we also created a Alice. Okay, and here you can simply see that a Bob, age 35. Okay, we have a dummy data, and now we just perform the operations of list and keys. And list and keys, just like you can please see that in React, list are okay. We have just write a two times r. Okay. In React, list are to render multiple element by iterating over an array using the map function. Keys are special attributes. Okay. Keys are special attributes, so we can just perform every each and element by they can uniquely identify. So we have used this. Okay. So now we just print this data into our UI. You can simply see that there is nothing in that UI. So we have just simply go to there and just write down uh take care. This is curly braces and there is a user take care. And dot map is a function and it will be taking a two argument. Okay, you can one arg two argument is not compulsory, but one argument at least one argument is compulsory. Okay. So after that I just don't print the only user. Okay. And here you can see that we have just simply created an arrow function and a return. Okay. A return h1. Okay. You can simply see that we have just simply written name, age, and this. Okay. And we have also just creating a border line ना border bottom कर देता है ठीक है style में border bottom so we can just also understand that कि हर डेटा क्या है ठीक है style and okay and border ठीक है and border का क्या कर लेते हैं यहाँ पे 0 0 0 and यहाँ से 1 pixel solid ठीक है and I think it will be just showing me solid and here I simply go to this you simply that a name a age ठीक है but it will be not showing the okay so I will checking and convert into a background screen so just let me I go to that this and write down a border not a border just like a background and put down into an color of anything I just using a brown color ठीक है I just using a brown color BROW ठीक है I just choosing a brown color and you can simply see that the output will be showing in the brown screen ठीक है you can simply see that this will be space because the viewport the default mm, the default padding and margin will be just according to a browser and we don't assign it into in there so if we have to just fix this issue also so we can't getting any space because we don't mention it in there so we just need to simply go on index.css and use a universal operator and just take then a margin is 0 okay padding is padding is 0 and box sizing is border box okay now you can simply see that the extra space will be removed okay here it is simple okay and now we have to simply go to there and our list and keys is also completed and now let's just reread the this definition again in React. List are to render multiple elements by iterating over an array using the map function. Keys are special attributes given to each element to uniquely identify them. So React can efficiently update the UI. Okay, that's it. Okay, in React, list are. Okay, so we have just successfully completed the React core, and now just moving to the React hooks because we use React hooks in our almost every project. Okay, without hooks you can't React is useless. Okay, just like you use hooks. Okay, this is just successfully created and now we just moving to our next thing okay because this is a pending thing that we have completed now and now we have just need to moving to this next topic okay by the way understand that everything that I will be explaining to you and the topics that I will be teaching you you are successfully that understand that why I'm trying to understand you what I'm trying to saying you okay hmm and now just moving to the next topic okay they just views is less by the why is this YouTube is not sharing a if it's Click rate is just okay, but the thing is like a UI it's not hooking. Okay, this is the box sizing, and now just moving to the dependency array, and we have to just remove. I think we have to don't need to this dependency array. We can simply delete this, and we have to just starting from this scratch. Next topic, okay? So here is the notion, and next is what is use state, okay? What is use state in React.js? The simple answer is just like a React use state is a hook, okay? Hello, bro. Hello, bro. Hello. Let's 801. Hello. How are you, bro? Okay. Use state is a React hook used to manage state in functional component. It is the initially values as an argument and return two things. The current state value and function used to update the UI. Okay. And by the way, if you have any question related to me, just like you can simply write down the question in the comment section. Okay. And after that, every 5 to 10 minutes, I will check this streaming. So I will just reply that all the questions that you have asking me. Okay. So you can simply mention your questions in the comment section. Okay. And just like I'm a student who's just learn in public. Okay. Learn in public and just documenting my journey. Simple as that. And now I have just need to go VS Code. And next is the next topic is use state. Okay, what is use state? Use state is a React hook used to manage state in a functional component. It take an initial value as an argument and return two things: the current value and function. का use state is a React hook है. ये समझ लें use state का use state is a React hook. And क्या करता है? It is used to manage state in functional component. You know that what is functional component and what is function. ठीक है? In React, we have just creating a full web application using a component. ठीक है? And every component has a functional component. ठीक है? और हर functional component के अंदर कुछ state होती है जो कि change होती है dynamically on the basis of user interaction or related to the task. ठीक है? So with that said, now just need to now just go to the use state. Okay, and let me just I will understand that what is a use state is. Okay, so we just simply go to that assist and just creating a new file from hooks.jsx and simply enter it. And RAFC and I'm just used to just generating a boilerplate, and now we just need to creating a use state. So a const a count or a use state. Okay, and I just need to import this from there as well. Okay, simple. Okay, you can simply see that this is our React first and most important hook I used it. Okay, you can simply see that this is the current state value and this is a function. Okay, and if I just want to explain this thing, okay, I will just write a log and just print down a set count. Okay, and here can be simply see that okay, we can't import it in the main.jsx, so we simply comment this file and uploading not uploading, I just simply attach hooks in there. And now I will go there and here you can see that dependency array from there. So why it's just like giving an array dependency array? Okay, we have just simply deleted this now. So why just showing it? Because there is no file is exist with the name. We have just currently deleted this file now. So I go to that, and here you can simply see that the error will be fixed. And I go to that console. Here you can simply see that they just return a function. Okay, and this function is like used to update the current state value. Okay, so we have to assign the function in that second argument. Okay, so we just simply go to there and voice. Good evening, sir. By the way, I'm a student like you, so it's okay to me if you just use say hello and hi by using my name. Okay, and voice slow. Yeah, voice slow hai. Okay, you just say that a voice is very slow of mine. So Actually, just like कि I'm doing a jugadu thing. ठीक है? I have not buying a professional mic because I'm just like learn in public and try to becoming good in my communication skills and good in my technical skills. So that's why I just like कि I'm using a jugad thing, but I will be buy a mic from in the next month. By the way, mic नहीं मतलब एक temporary काम लेंगे, ठीक है? My apologize, bro. I am not into React right now, but I like your attitude. Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks. You make my day. This kind of thing that you have in which year, bro? I'm in my final year, bro. I'm in my final year, and I just the purpose of my streaming is just like to learn in public and documenting the journey. That's it. Okay. I will be just doing live streaming session, and the purpose is simple. Whatever I have studies today, I just simply go live streaming and just teach myself and explain to you as well. Okay? As a student like you, as a working professional, and if I'm just stuck in anything or I have just stuck, you can just simply help me using a comment section. Okay? By the way, if you have anybody who's near who's just struggling to speak English, okay? By the way, the purpose of that my streaming is mostly just like uh public or matlab just like why I'm just confusing so much. In simple words, I am a computer science students and I'm struggling to speak English. Okay? So I use this method and from if you have just compare my this video from my first video, you can see the major difference. And the major differences come from practicing and just like doing a mistake every single day, but decreasely slightly every single day. So that's I can improve in a future. Okay? It is of day 14, but I just believe myself after 3 to 4 months I will be so good in English. So I can just speak and communicate to everyone easily. Oh, Sensi. Oh, oh, Sensi. Sensi. Who is Sensi, bro? Who's Sensi? It's just like is any a new character? You sense? Oh, sense. Okay, you just said sense. Huh? It's create a sense. If you just need any advice from me, you can simply just ask your question, and I will be just giving the answer while doing the streaming. Okay. So here it is. You can simply use a hook, and you can simply see that. Uh, in just go to that hook.js, okay, hook.js, and you can simply see that this is the current state value, and this is set count. Okay, it is also a variable, but it will be changed dynamically because it is an hook. Okay, hook is dynamically changed. Okay, we don't need to because React is use a virtual doc. So now just create our first basic program account. We have also created in just few minutes, but still this is a very basic program. So if even a beginner can understand this program. So I just simply write down don't need to write, we have simply creating a h1, and h1 we have just simply this is the count value. Okay, and in this we have creating a button, and you can simply see that, and whenever click on that button, the value will be increased, and we have also click a decrease. Okay, so it's a very basic, we have can't spend so much time on this quotient. Okay, it's not a very hard thing, it's an easy, you can simply easily understand this topic. Okay, so I will not be spending so much time on use state hook, and when I just simply go to that output screen, you can simply see that here it is. By the way, why it's just visible looking so slow? By the way, matlab looking so many. Should we have just mentioned it a H1 or a anything? It's like a respect to elder or a teacher in Japanese. Okay. Oh, you are a Japanese. Matlab you know the Japanese. Matlab you are a student who learning Japanese. By the way, I will learning a new sense. New sense. By the way, you just tell na ki oh sense. So I will think you just try to tell me this that's create a sense. Because I was just talking about speaking this thing. By the way, thanks for this thing. By the way, I'm not so elder. By the way, I'm 20. Should you are minor than me? You are a younger than me. I'm 20, bro. You just don't expect me a elder. I'm not a so many elder. Okay, I'm just not so much young. Okay, and you can simply see that whenever a user click on increment, this will be the value will be increment by one The reason is simple because we have just creating a set count function, and whenever user click on that button, the count value will be increasing by one. And here you can simply see that a count and this is an state, and this is a set count. This is a function, and when user click on this function will call, and they will just simply increment the value. Simple. This is an easy question. Okay? And now we're just moving to the next topic because it is not so hard. Okay? If you are completely new, you can understand this topic in the first time. Okay? And now just moving to the use effect. Okay? And before we jump into the next topic, you can simply see the definition. Use state is a React hook used to manage state in a functional component. It take an initial value as an argument and return two things: the current state value and a function used to update the UI. Okay, ठीक है. Now just moving to the use effect. Use effect किस लिए होता है? In React, it is a React hook. ठीक है. It is a React hook used to perform side effect in functional component. Side effect in functional component, इसका मतलब क्या है? चलो समझते हैं. ठीक है. I will be okay. It's take a ticket. I just want to know where are you from? I'm from Delhi, bro. And Suraj, bro, I will be just mention my WhatsApp channel link in the top comment section. It is visible to that. Like you can simply see that I will moving the cursor there. I will simply mention and comment down. Could you see this in the comment section, or it will be on, or it's not visible? Low voice. Okay, this is a major problem. Na ki I will be just the voice is very low. How I can fix this? The just like देखो I will show you this few thing. ठीक है. I have a mic. I have purchased a mic. ठीक है. And it will be come yesterday. ठीक है. कल ही आया है. And let me just try करता हूँ मैं तुम्हारे आगे. And तुम पता है तुम ये चीज़ realize करोगे कि इसकी ना जो voice quality है बहुत ज़्यादा फटती है. ठीक है. You can simply see that this is a mic. ठीक है. It will be a content creator mic जो मैंने लिया था. ठीक है. लेकिन मुझे लग नहीं रहा कि मैंने पैसे वेस्ट ही किया है. थोड़ा अच्छे से इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि ये मेरे को माइक पड़ा था कुछ 400 रुपये का. ठीक है. एंड मैंने 400 रुपये में क्या ही लोगे, ये भी है थोड़ा. ठीक है. सो आई वाज जस्ट लाइक कि देखो मैं तुम्हें दिखाता हूँ. मैं इसको रिमूव करता हूँ. ठीक है पहले. एंड इफ यू जस्ट टेल मी इन द कमेंट सेक्शन इज माय वॉइस क्वालिटी आफ्टर दैट इज ग्रेट और नॉट. आई विल जस्ट चेक. Mic check, mic check. Is my voice audible to everyone? Is now my voice audible to everyone? By the way, mix तो आ रही है अच्छे से. Okay. You are doing good, bro. Don't worry, we will adjust. Which year are you, bro? I'm in a final year, bro. I'm a final year BC student. Okay. By the way, now my voice quality is okay and a volume is. Nobody here is adjusted. I'm in final year, bro. Just like a simple. I'm in final year. Yeah, all. By the way, I just use this mic, so the voice quality of this mic is okay. You can understand that my voice clearly, easily. You are not struggling to understand my voice. If yes, just like I will be continue with this mic. Otherwise, because I will be just streaming yesterday. Yesterday, I think 2 दिन पहले ट्राई किया था एंड जस्ट लाइक कि यूजर ने बोला था द वॉइस क्वालिटी में बहुत ज्यादा फट रही है एंड दे स्ट्रगलिंग टू अंडरस्टैंड माय वॉइस. सो आई जस्ट स्विचिंग टू दिस ईयरफोन. बाय द वे नाउ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड माय वॉइस comfortably. Voice is like auditorium. Okay, okay. So how I can fix this issue? If a voice like auditorium, so how I can fix this, bro? Is I'm using a mic in a wrong way? Because I think the distance, the I will be just putting it there. Okay? The difference is measured like this, but still this our voice is like an auditorium. Same voice, no issue. Use any mic. Same voice, no issue, any mic. Let me just check this. I will just simply mention and comment down. Okay, where is my content creator mic voice? Nobody here I'm in final year, bro. Just like a simple. I'm in final year. No, no, the voice quality is literally so bad. I think the earphone is still better than this. They will just give a low voice quality, but still okay because the voice of using this mic is just like um, mic के try करूंगा ना if I just speak without a mic I think they will still better that by the way I can't use any mic this is an laptop internal mic how was the quality of that mic I can't using any mic it will be an internal use old mic okay by the way how of this voice I can't use any internal or external mic simply laptop का जो default mic है वो चल रहा है ठीक है where is my internal mic. How was the quality of that mic? I can't using any mic. It will be an internal okay. By the way, of this voice? I can't use any internal or external mic. Suraj bro, is this mic is good? Great. This mic is great. I can't use any mic by the way. I using a laptop mic. अच्छा, so you can just simply say that a laptop mic is very good and by the way voice quality is clear and is voice quality is clear? Is the voice use the laptop mic? Okay. So now I if the Suraj bro said use the laptop mic, now it's time to pack this thing. ठीक है by the way this is I can't forget this lead earphone बाकी ये mic तो useless है इतना तो समझ आ चुका है ठीक है so I just using laptop mic ठीक है by the way मैं 2 हफ्ते से खाली ये कर रहा हूँ और बिना माइक के एक्चुअली बेटर वॉइस क्वालिटी लैपटॉप की ओके use laptop mic. Okay, so I'm just from next time I will be just starting the streaming with the mic. Okay, so now let's is by the way the volume of my voice is okay. Yeah, is the voice is low or okay okay next time I will be just की नहीं use करूँगा. By the way the voice की pitch कैसी है मतलब the volume of my voice is okay. Yeah, is the voice is low or ओके जस्ट लाइक कि ठीक ठाक है अब मतलब अब इशू नहीं है मतलब बिना अगर मैं माइक के भी करता हूँ तो मतलब वॉइस भी ठीक है और सब ठीक ही है सो ओके नेक्स्ट टाइम बट द प्रॉब्लम इज जस्ट लाइक कि व्हेन एवर की कभी घर से शोर आ रहा है बाहर से शोर आ रहा है तब शायद वो कैप्चर करेगा तो उस टाइम पे थोड़ा देखना पड़ेगा बाकी इट्स ओके नाउ जस्ट मूविंग टू दिस सेशन ठीक है वी हैव जस्ट ओके यू कैन सिंपली आई विल बी शो यू दैट इन अ नोशन we will understand that use state now just moving to the use effect okay and the definition is use effect is just it is a react hook used to perform side effect okay what is a use this use effect it is a react hook used to perform side effect in a functional component such as an api called dom update or event listener it's just like कि मान के चलो in react में whenever we have just perform any operation the entirely page will be re-rendered and by the use effect we have just only update and render that component that we actually needed. So we just simply write a there and simply write a use effect. Okay? Use effect is used to perform side effect in functional component. Okay? It's a simply basic definition. We don't need to understand this completely. Okay? Side effect to handle करते हैं in functional component. But ठीक है basically हम use भी को component में करते हैं. And now we are just creating एक use effect and इसको क्या करेंगे console dot use effect is called and यहाँ पे count कर देते हैं. But इससे क्या होगा? Let me just show you in the comment. ठीक है I am ठीक है video audio all good okay मतलब everything is okay so I think I just सब perfect है ठीक है ठीक है and महेश पाटिल ठीक है you have just comment down I am a second year for Sam I am a done with half DS in C++ also know Java Python all in web dev HTML CSS JS React pandas, numpy, and after 5 to 10 days, done with React and moving with Node Express JS. That's a great bro. What should I do next? Bro, देखो, if you are good in मतलब HTML, देखो बेस्ट चीज मैं क्या बताऊँ, इफ यू आर बिल्डिंग द प्रोजेक्ट, ठीक है, बाय वाचिंग अ ट्यूटोरियल और बाय योरसेल्फ, एंड यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड द कोड कि हाउ द एक्चुअली थिंग्स गोना वर्क इन दैट कोड, सो इट्स ओके. But if you are struggling to understand the code, so I think you have need to spend so much time on React, because I think you have will be doing so much fast speed is very important. But I think that this speed is so much because you just simply said that you have done in a React in a just 5 to 10 days. Five, you have just completed a React into 5 to 10 days, so I think you need to spend some extra time on the practice, okay? And if you have to vote, ki what do you next? If you are a completely a non-stack developer, if you, because you already say you know the React, Node. So by the way, use MongoDB. You know how to use MongoDB. Have you ever worked in MongoDB? If you don't use MongoDB, so MongoDB पढ़ सकते हो. And after that, you will be switching to the Next.js. ठीक है. And although I am also learning Next.js, अभी मैं Next.js भी पढ़ ही रहा हूँ साथ के साथ. ठीक है. So Next.js पढ़ लो. बाकी मंच स्टैक तो तुम्हारा पूरा हो ही गया है. बाकी प्रैक्टिस पे ध्यान दो. कोर्स तो महीने भर में खत्म कर लोगे तो मंच स्टैक का. बात आती है प्रैक्टिस पे, क्योंकि एक टाइम पे इफ यू आर इन एनी इंटरव्यू और यू बिल्डिंग अ प्रोजेक्ट, इफ यू कांट रिमेंबर द थिंग, यू नेवर बी बिकमिंग अ गुड डेवलपर. सो इट्स ऑलवेज यू जस्ट प्रैक्टिस. ठीक है, प्रैक्टिस में टाइम लगता है. ठीक है, सिलेबस वगैरह सब खत्म हो जाता है. एंड आई यू कैन सिंपली सी दैट दिस इज माई Notion, take a Notion page where I can just simply implement the all my merge stack topics that I will be revising on the days by days. ठीक है, because I will not understand the definition of that concept in a one way. ठीक है, I just need to revise at least the 4 to 5 times. Then I will be just like कि chance है कि मेरे subconscious mind में घुसेगा. सो जस्ट फोकसिंग ऑन रिपीटिशन. ठीक है, एक बार पढ़ लिया, ठीक है, रिवीजन पे ज्यादा फोकस करो. दैट्स इट. ठीक है, नो नो नो, आई एम डूइंग इन फ्रॉम अ मंथ, इन अपकमिंग 5 to 10 आई विल कंप्लीट रिएक्ट. ओके, इन अपकमिंग 5 to 10 days विल यू रिएक्ट कंप्लीट. हाँ, देन इट्स ओके. देन इट्स ओके. आई सजेस्ट लर्न रिएक्ट नेक्स्ट पोस्ट के एंड ट्राई इम्प्लीमेंट एआई इन योर प्रोजेक्ट. महेश पाटिल, you have 2 years time. Hmm, that advice is also great. Great. एंड जस्ट लाइक कि आई, इफ यू आर एनी ब्रांच, ठीक है, एनी ब्रांच के स्टूडेंट हो, किसी भी सेम में हो, फोकसिंग ये करना कि एआई बहुत हद तक अच्छे कोड कर देता है. तो सिस्टम डिजाइन और आर्किटेक्चर कैसे काम करता है ना, उस पर ज्यादा ध्यान दो. ठीक है, और मैं भी अभी उसी के बारे में ज्यादा पढ़ रहा हूँ, क्योंकि ना आई विल जस्ट लाइक कि आई विल एक्सप्लोरिंग अ क्लोड. क्लोड इतना अच्छा है, सही बताओ, एंथ्रोपिक का क्लोड है. दे विल बी राइट ऑलमोस्ट एवरी कोड. ठीक है, तुम्हें जो प्रोजेक्ट चाहिए ना, हर चीज के कोड कर देता है, और उसका प्रो वाला वर्जन और अच्छा है. ठीक है, मैंने खुद यूज नहीं किया, लेकिन मेरे एक फ्रेंड के पास है तो मैंने उसका यूज किया था. एंड द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ क्लाउड कोड इज ऑसम. ठीक है, तो जस्ट लाइक ये समझो कि सिस्टम आर्किटेक्चर बनता है कैसे है. ए आई एम एल में हो. अच्छा, यू आर फ्रॉम ए आई एम एल. हाँ, ए आई एम एल में भी अच्छा स्कोप है बाय द वे. यू आर डूइंग अ मंथ, यू हैव कंप्लीटेड योर डेवलपमेंट ऑलमोस्ट आई थिंक. ठीक है, और तुम सी प्लस प्लस भी डन डीएसए में कर रहे हो, ए आई एम एल भी कर रहे हो. तुम तो बहुत ज्यादा ही कुछ कर रहे हो ब्रो. ग्राइंडिंग अच्छी चल रही है मतलब तुम्हारी काफी. यू आर डूइंग सो मेनी थिंग्स एट द सेम टाइम. Okay, use effect is called, use effect is called. Now I will just simply go to that project and just refresh this project. And I think they will give an error. And the error is just like a use effect is not defined. So I think I will not import it in there. Simply write a import use effect in there. And we have to simply go to that project and refresh that. A use effect is not defined at hook. So is any error in that code? Okay, we have used the camel case. Okay, I think now it's working. ठीक, अब अच्छे से काम कर रहा है. एंड यूज इफेक्ट इज कॉल्ड. एंड वेन एवर यू क्लिक ऑन दैट इंक्रीमेंट, देखो ये क्या हुआ, ये विल शो कर रहा है जब हमारा माउंट हुआ. ठीक है, वेन माउंट अनमाउंट है उसको हम, वी विल स्टडी दैट टॉपिक इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. ठीक है, माउंट होता है कि जब भी एक टाइम हमारी जो एंटायरली रिएक्ट है वो रेंडर होती है. एंड वेन एवर यू क्लिक ऑन रिएक्ट यू कैन सिंपली सी दैट इट विल बी रेंडर अगेन एंड यूज इफेक्ट इज कॉल्ड. ठीक है, and whenever you click that, this will be increased. And if you have to just show the live example, I can simply go to there and just change the statement to console.log. ठीक है, and the value of count is 1, ठीक है. Here you can simply see that whenever it's render, the value is 0, ठीक है. Because you can also see that the value is 0, and whenever you click on increment, it will be increment by 1, ठीक है. So that's it. Okay. This is the use effect. And if we have to just simply don't passing the anything like क्यूएन 3.5 बाय द वे आई डोंट एक्सप्लोर, मैंने उसको एक्सप्लोर नहीं किया, बाकी सुना है. या मैथ अच्छा है, एंट्रेंस 94.99.48 percentile bro. You are so good in mathematics. So data science, I think data science फिर अच्छा करियर तुम्हारे, अगर तुम्हारी मैथमेटिक्स अच्छी है तो डेटा साइंस वगैरह में उसमें अच्छी खासी स्टैटिक्स प्रोबेबिलिटी लगती है ना, आई थिंक. ठीक है, and this will be increment and decrement. Okay, this is now we just moving to the next. ठीक है, this is a क्या कहते हैं इसको, आई थिंक विल बी, इट इज डिपेंडेंसी है, ठीक है. हम इसके अंदर जो पास करेंगे इट विल बी चेंज, ठीक है. वी कैन सिंपली सी दैट डिपेंडेंसी एरे, इट इज एन ऑप्शनल सेकंड argument to the use effect to, it is an array of value that the effect depend on. If any of value is the dependency array change, the effect will be rerun. If the dependency array is empty, the effect will be only run once when the component mount. Okay. So if we have just put down empty and we don't pass anything there, if you have, then you, if we have just quickly go to there and refresh it, the value will be, and why just whenever I click on increment, the value will be changed in there. The amount will be re-rendered, but it will be not showing in there. ठीक है, एक बार माउंट हुआ उसने रन किया. That's it. Okay, yeah, all good. And now just need to go there and next को समझते हैं, ठीक है. डिपेंडेंसी अरे, ठीक है. एंड नेक्स्ट यूज इफेक्ट में क्या होगा, हम यूज इफेक्ट, ठीक है. एंड वेन एवर यू कंसोल डॉट वैल्यू, ठीक है, एंड आई गो टू द प्रोजेक्ट, ठीक है. Simply first thing I just need to comment this, ठीक है, because we can't and mention the two use effect in the same, so will be overlap with each others, ठीक है. And just refresh it, refresh this. Whenever you click on increment, you can simply see that the code will be showing it, because we just like wait, the value will be, ठीक है. यूज इफेक्ट जस्ट लाइक इस पे किसी का एक्सेस ही नहीं है, ठीक है. whenever you click on, entire पेज लोड हो रहा है और ये यूज इफेक्ट कॉल हो रहा है, ठीक है, सिंपल. बट इफ वी हैव टू जस्ट पास द कॉमा, ठीक है, एंड यहाँ पे काउंट कर दूंगा, तो वेन एवर द वैल्यू ऑफ काउंट चेंज, द इफेक्ट विल बी रीरन एंड द न्यू वैल्यू ऑफ काउंट विल बी लॉग्ड इनटू द कंसोल, ठीक है. एंड नेक्स्ट इज यूज इफेक्ट component mounted, ठीक है, blank. The effect will be only run once when the compound mount, and it will be log component mounted to the console, ठीक है. This is the basic three thing, ठीक है. We don't need to focusing on that, क्योंकि component का mount और unmount ये basic चीज है, by the way, कोड में तुम करोगे तो. Then skip web development and learn Python, LangChain for AI/ML. Okay. So use effect is just like कि whenever ना, अगर हम इसके अंदर कुछ भी पास नहीं कर रहे, तो ये एक ही बार चलेगा, ठीक है. बट इफ यू हैव जस्ट पास द काउंट, तो इसमें चल रहा है. बट इफ वी डोंट पास एनीथिंग, लेट मी जस्ट शो यू a use effect, and we don't even assign an empty array, ठीक है. This effect will return a cleanup function that will be ended when the component unmount login component to the console.log. Okay. Let me just, here it is, use effect, a use effect, and then simply and not it to return. I just simply write a console.log component updated, and we don't pass this anything there, and just comment on this. And let me, whenever I click onto the increment button, okay, the component mounted will be 1. ठीक है, तो just like हमें दो चीजों पे फोकस करना है. अभी let me just go to there and chat GPT. ठीक है, cleanup function का, ठीक है, समझते हैं. ठीक है. When we have this thing, empty dependency array is equal to में effect run only once. ठीक है, if we if dependency array is empty, this will be run only once. Okay, रन व्हेन डिपेंडेंसी चेंज. ठीक है, इफेक्ट रन व्हेन एवर काउंट चेंज. ठीक है, तो ये तब तब चेंज होगा तब व्हेन एवर द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस काउंट इज चेंज. ठीक है, दैट इज द डिपेंडेंसी. ठीक है, एंड द नेक्स्ट इज रन ऑन एवरी रेंडर. ठीक है, बिकॉज वी नो डिपेंडेंसी एरे रन आफ्टर एवरी रेंडर. ठीक है, सो जस्ट लाइक कि ये तो हमने ऐसे प्रिंट कर रखा है. इफ यू मोस्टली वी हैव टू जस्ट फोकसिंग ऑन दिस टू थिंग्स. सिंपल. ओके, एंड नाउ जस्ट गोइंग टू दैट. Well, bro, that's a good suggestion, but I am learning a web because I want to build a something to. By the way, if you are watching the streaming session, can you just simply see my WhatsApp channel link in the top of the comment section? It is visible in the streaming. Suraj bro, if you just simply see that is my WhatsApp channel link will be in the comment section is pinned, and it will anybody and everyone can see that. Because we have to just mention a pool and channel link both in the same. So that's why I will be just confirm it will be it is showing or not. Now just moving to the next string, a view use effect. Okay, use effect is I will completed it. And dependency array is also understand that the dependency array is just like ki, if the value will be changed, the use effect will be rendered. The use effect will be run. If it's not, it will be not. Okay, that's simple. Okay. And now next to the cleanup function. Let me go to that there and just ask to the chat GPT. Yeah, it's visible. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's visible. Okay, buddy. Take care. Because bro, you are just telling in the my stream session, just don't waste time in web development. And currently, I'm doing a web dev. है? It's not good. ठीक है? Web dev भी अच्छा. Web dev के बारे में ऐसा मत बोलो यार. Hmm. You're just saying a web dev. Just don't waste your time in web dev. Is I'm wasting my time? Cleanup function. Okay. What is the cleanup function in this? Let me just go to there. What is cleanup function in React.js? In simple term. Cleaner function. Okay. Cleaner function React. Cleaner function in a React is a function used to remove or stop something that was started inside use effect when the component is moved to before the release. Like it clean unwanted thing like timer, event listener, or subscription is like use app, take a use effect, and it will be a const timer and set interval is just like tick and return time like cleaner. Here. Import use effect from React, and this is our application. And whenever you click on app statement, timer is a variable at certain interval is like कि वो function क्या होगा ये वक्त में अपने आप कॉल हो जाएगा and they will be running हर 100 सेकंड के बाद. ठीक है, and timer will clean up. And whenever you click on this, ठीक है, just give me a good simple example. So, oh shit, I accidentally split the water. Link is visible. Okay, okay. Just clean the water, bro. Just clean the water. Just need to clean the water, okay? And this is the React chose use effect, and from the React and function is a timer example. Okay. I just don't copy and paste this code. We will just view this every single code and now we implement it. Okay. Timer example. So we're just simply creating a new using a timer. Okay. Timer.jsx. Timer.jsx and enter it. Just simply generate a boilerplate. Mm. We are simply creating a use effect function that will be a const timer. एंड सेट इंटरवल है कि मतलब क्या होगा कि हर एक टाइम के बाद में चलता रहेगा 100 सेकंड में टाइमर रनिंग ठीक है टाइमर रनिंग क्लीन अप कब कर देना में कि जब क्या होगा कंसोल डॉट लॉग चेक फॉर टाइमर चेक कंसोल लॉग फॉर टाइमर ओके सो यूज इफेक्ट और कॉन्स्ट टाइमर यूज इफेक्ट कॉन्स्ट टाइमर ठीक है एंड सेट इंटरवल टाइमर इज रनिंग ठीक है टाइमर इज रनिंग एंड वी नीड टू जस्ट मेंशन इट देयर ठीक है 1000 there and this is console dot ठीक है एंड क्या कर दूंगा रिटर्न सेट टाइम इज क्लियर टाइमर कंपोनेंट check console for timers console for timer and let me just view the output of that code by the way we have to just first thing we have to import that code import that component in this so we just simply write a timer why it's not suggesting me just like the timer okay Neverlook is imported successfully go to this and timer is running really nice. She is confused between web dev and AIML, so I did that. Okay, okay, okay. Why don't doing both? ठीक है वेब डेव भी मतलब है आफ्टर इफ यू हैव जस्ट इफ यू नो हाउ टू यूज एआई इन अ गुड मैनर सो वेब डेव भी तुम कर सकते हो साथ में मुझे लगता है वेब डेव अब थोड़ा हर कोई बन सकता है वेब डेवलपर दे जस्ट नीड टू स्पेंड देयर टाइम ठीक है थोड़ा बहुत ये तो काम कर रहा है बट हाउ इट्स आई कैन स्टॉप दिस क्या component console logged out for timer what use effect happen here? Use effect start a time within set interval. The input print a timer every second. When the component unmount the cleaner function run. Unmount कैसे होगा? For example, so okay, okay. So I understand that. And just check the simple definition of use effect. Okay. We just check the answer is just like a cleaner function in React. Cleaner function in React JS is used to A cleaner function in React is used to remove or stop side effects. The side effect. Okay. Side effect. Okay. A cleaner function in the React is used to remove or stop side effect like timer, event listener. Okay. Like timer, event, event listener. Okay. Event listener or subscription event listeners. Event listeners. Timer event listeners और क्या था और सब्सक्रिप्शन और सब्सक्रिप्शन when a component amount or before the effect when or before the or the effect run again. Okay. Clear function. ठीक है. And what is use ref? Is just use ref. You have just use which is like a simply a control component or uncontrolled component. Okay. Control component or uncontrolled component. So we have used a use ref. So let me just show you a good example of a use ref. So simply go to that VS and we have just simply use the hook component. So just simply comment this and loud. I just don't need to comment also this. इसको भी वेरिएबल डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा. So let me just first thing check the basic example of a user. My interviewer asked me a question is what is use ref in React.js? So give me a simple answer and a structured easy code so I can understand it. So, okay, use ref in React hook is used to create. So it is use ref, ठीक है, use ref in React.js, simple use ref in React.js is used to create a reference of DOM element or store a value that can does not cause the component to re-enter when it's changed. ठीक है, can't really put traffic. ठीक है, समझ गया मतलब बेसिक चीज़. ऑन क्लिक पे input dot current dot focus कर दो, तो let me just go to that and go to that main.jsx and comment this component, go to this, and let me check. And whenever I click on numen input focus, means whenever I click out, the value will be changed. That's it. That's look great. The first thing, go to that use ref, and let me go to this where, and now just write down conditional. इसके अंदर जाता हूँ. और वो हैंडल हो रहा है, बाकी हम उसको और भी कुछ कर सकते हैं, जैसे लाइक कि फिर वो तो फोकस पे चला जाएगा, ठीक है. And after that we have to just simply creating a function count. जरूरत नहीं है वैसे, by the way फोकस सबने कर ही दिया है. So this is the simple definition of use ref. Okay, cleaner function. Definition is like simple. Okay, so काम करता हूँ, यूज रेफ को मैं definition लिखता हूँ. Use the definition of the use ref is just like simple. यूज रेफ इन रिएक्ट हुक यूज टू एक्सेस डॉम एलिमेंट. ठीक है, यूज रेफ को क्या करते हैं, डॉम एलिमेंट को एक्सेस करने के लिए काम आता है कि हम मैनिपुलेशन कर सके, एंड इट विल बी कंट्रोल कंपोनेंट. सो जस्ट आई कैन सिंपली say that. So that's mean use ref is used to control the component, not a component, just like that's mean use ref is used to control the inputs. So that, so it is con, control component. So it is control component. And let me just click on the enter button. ठीक है. A control component mean the input value is controlled by React state. ठीक है. Use state. A control component mean the input value is controlled by React state. Simple. ठीक है. वो था control component. Use ref is not make as input as a control component. So just like कि अच्छा, कंट्रोल की वैल्यू को उसके साथ ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म कर रहा है, बट इन दैट वी हैव नॉट परफॉर्मिंग एनी ऑपरेशंस. इट्स अ सिंपल थिंग. ठीक, सो इट्स ओके. So now if an interviewer asks me a question is what is a use ref, so use ref is a React hook used to access DOM element directly. ठीक है, used to access. ठीक है, use ref is a React hook. use ref use ref it is a it is a it is a it is a React hook used to access DOM element directly or store store values that persist across render without causing. Okay, that's it. And this is a use ref completed. And what is a use context and custom hook? It will be take some time because just use context is a use not is not a context API. That's mean use context API में आ जाएगा ये, by the way. ठीक है हमारा. इसमें नहीं होगा आई थिंक। कॉन्टेक्स्ट ये भी अलग चीज है। और बाकी यूज कॉन्टेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज एन यूज कॉन्टेक्स्ट एंड कस्टम हुक, वी विल रिवाइज दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इन टुमारो, बाय द वे। ओके, our React, almost our other most important React hooks is completed in this termination, because in the most project we have just used the two hooks, and the hook is just like first is a use state, a use effect, and a use ref. And if you just like a custom hook, we have also revised that will be in a tomorrow, ठीक है? So for that today आज के लिए इतना ही, बाकी see you tomorrow, बाकी good night, take care, and just do coding every single day so you can just becoming a good developer. Okay, so bye bye.